Hey there everybody, welcome back to the 4-String Strummer, the channel that's all about ukuleles. Tonight we're going to be taking a look at the new UC23 from PICKAPICK. PICKAPICK is a relatively new company in the ukulele business, and their mission is to bring out affordable, good quality instruments for beginners to get started on. And I think their first foray into ukuleles is looking good right out of the gate, because this is a cool looking design, I think. Anyway, it really appeals to me, the style of it. There are plenty of other people that are out there doing, more traditional looking stuff like these types in the background. But PICKAPICK went with something that was a little bit on the funky side, which I think is great. This particular instrument is a concert scale, so we've got 15 inches from the nut to the saddle here, and that's a nice size for beginners. If you're not quite sure what it is that you like, if you like the tenor size, which is the larger one, or the soprano, which is a little bit smaller, concert's a nice kind of in between, get you started off. Okay, so let's take a look at what we've got here. Really neat finish on this. These are available in 6 different colors. We've got red, blue, pink, yellow, black. I'm looking at my notes, aqua, and red, blue, pink, yellow, aqua, black. Yeah. And so when they asked me which one I'd like to review, I said the red one. I just thought it looked really nice. It balanced off nicely with all the other colors on it. The top on this instrument is Alaskan spruce. It's a laminate top, and it has mahogany for the back and the sides. Again, laminate. Has a slight arch to it here this way and also this way. It gives it a little bit more strength. The finish on the top is really nice. There's no runs in the finish. There's no pooling. There's no dry spots. Nothing like that. They've done a really nice job on that. There's no overspray or anything on it anywhere. It's got nice sort of cream colored binding on here that works really well. Matches up nicely to the color of the fretboard. Going around to the end of the instrument here, they've got nice buttons on there for your strap already installed. Look at that. Same up here at the neck. The sides are made in 2 pieces. There's a joint here, another one up here at the neck. The back appears to be solid not solid material, but one piece. It's a laminate. And I would imagine the top is probably one piece as well. We can't see it through the finish. So on the top here, it's got this cool looking offset sound hole, and it's kind of neat. It looks sort of almost like a little speaker, kind of a little bit of a grill look about it. And then, as you probably noticed, it also has a side sound port, which is nice. As a player, you're getting that sound. You get sort of a different sound to it. Gives you a little bit better idea as to what it sounds like out front as well. We've got a mahogany neck as well, and it's in 3 pieces. There's a piece here from here up for the heel. There's the neck itself, and then there's another joint up here at the headstock, and that's pretty standard. Really difficult to see the splice here. I had to look really closely, and that may be just the one that I got and the way that the grain all matched up. You can see it a little bit more up here on the headstock. Again, not that it matters at all. The headstock is kind of a cool shape. It's sort of like, I don't know, like Gumby's head, kind of a little bit of a slant to it, but it's different, right? And I think it looks cool. Normally you've got like the little crown type or a squared off look to the headstock, but this one's got that little swoop to it that I think is kind of cool. And they've offset the tuners on it too, which is kind of neat, right? And those are sealed tuners. Obviously, there's no other name brand on them. They're just sealed, and they seem to work well. They're nice and smooth. No issues there. PICKAPICK, kind of a cool name. It's laser etched right into the headstock. I'm not generally a fan of laser etching on instruments. I find it kind of doesn't, it looks a little bit cheap, to be honest, if there's a little bit of a gripe. But, again, with this one, it is done well, and it doesn't scream laser etch when you look at it, because the wood here is a little bit darker on the headstock, and so there's not a real super contrast. Like sometimes they put them on maple, and you know, it's so light and then it's so dark with the laser etching. This actually looks pretty good. All right, let's take a look down here. The nut on this one, the width on this one is 35 mil, which is about standard for an instrument like this. So there's pretty good room here to play all the different chords. It has a somewhat of a rounded profile on the neck, and that's not right or wrong. That's just the way it is. And you know, some people have a preference more for a flatter neck profile or a more rounded neck. I don't have any problem with this. It feels nice and comfortable, and it's really nice and smooth. The whole back, the whole instrument is like a satin finish, but the neck itself, it's almost like it's been buffed or something, and it's really smooth. So like when you're zipping up and down the neck on this, it's not sticky at all. You can't feel kind of any bumps or lumps, but like sometimes on a gloss finish, it's a little grippy sometimes. This is really nice. Just slide all along. I would say probably one of my favorite features on this instrument, particularly for the price point that it's at, and you know, it's sort of that entry level price point, is the fretwork they've done on this. They've really put some work into this, and the fret ends are what they call hemispherical fret ends, and so basically what it means is they are rounded like this way, but they're also, it seems that they've crowned them as well at the same time, so the end of the fret is almost like kind of like a round ball or something. You can't feel a fret end on this anywhere, even up here on the body. There's nothing sharp on this anywhere, and that's fantastic. I'm not sure I've ever had an instrument that I've ever not had at least one that you can feel, you know, under a couple of $100. So really good work on that. The other thing I like about this instrument is that they're all metal frets. I know there are quite a few plastic instruments out there now, and nothing wrong with using plastic in an instrument. A lot of people have been doing it for years, so you know, that's great, saves on wood and all that stuff. But when you use plastic on frets, if you ever have a problem with a fret, you know, you get a fret buzz or anything like that, you can't really work on it. You can't, you know, recrown them or anything like that with a file the same way you can with metal ones. Right, you can do a lot more with a metal fret. You could actually just replace it. You could take it out, put another one back in. I don't think a lot of people are going to do that, but anyway, I like that. This also has fret markers here that you probably can't really see very well, but up close they're at the 5th, the 7th, the 10th, and the 12th. And let me just pull it in close here and see if we can get it. Yeah, there you can see it there. They're white on the maple. One there, one there, one there, and another one there. And there's no side markers on this, which I think I'd like. It's not a lot to put them on. I would suggest that if they were ever doing any improvements, would be to put some side markers. The white markers against the light colored maple aren't really easy to see. I can somewhat see why they wouldn't put side markers. Maybe they figured that with these being so close to the edge, they don't need them. If this was my instrument and I was keeping it, I would probably either put side markers on it, like properly with the drill, and drop the plastic rod in and trim it off, or quite simply, I'd just take a little a Sharpie marker and just put a little wee permanent marker dot here, there, and everywhere, and then you'd be set. Okay, let's talk about the bridge. The bridge on this is maple, same as the neck. I'm pretty sure it's maple. It doesn't actually say in their literature, but I'm 99.67% sure that it's maple. It's the same wood. And what they've done here is they've gone with a slotted bridge. So all you're doing is basically you just put a knot in the end of the string and you put it into that slot, you pull it tight, you wrap it around at the tuning peg, and you're done. So there's no fancy knots. You don't have to feed the string back up through the sound hole or anything like that. You know, restringing an instrument isn't that big a deal if you've done it a couple of times, but again, if this is a beginner instrument and the person, you know, they've never done strings before, right? So let's make it nice and easy, and that's great. I like that. Very nicely finished all around. You know, again, no, like I was saying about the top, there's no runs, there's no dribbles, there's no overspray anywhere on this. It's just really nice and smooth. All right, so let's take a look at what comes with the instrument now, because they put together a really good accessory package for it. Okay, so the first thing that you get is your user manual. It's just a little leaflet type of a thing, and it tells you all the different parts of the instrument, what they do, and how you set the instrument up, how you tune it, etc., how the tuning pegs work, how to replace the strings, all that sort of thing. How to take care of your ukulele. The next thing that I really like to go on those fancy already installed strap buttons is a ukulele strap. Now, that's important that I said it's a ukulele strap, because some people, when you get an instrument, they send you some companies rather, they send you a guitar strap with it, and the freaking thing is this big. You get this great big honking strap on a little ukulele. To me, that just looks ridiculous, and it's kind of, in my view, it's sort of laziness on the part of the manufacturer, because they probably manufacture and sell guitars as well, or banjos or something, and they've got a whole pile of these straps lying around, so they throw those in with the ukulele. These guys have come up with a specific strap. It's color matched to match the instrument as well. So if you get a black ukulele, you get a black strap, etc., etc. All right, another little thing that they give you, not a big deal, but they give you a pick, and it's got the Pick-a-Pick logo on the pick. Pick-a-Pick, pick-pick. And you get also, if you'd like to play with a pick, one of these, which is a pick guard. You can put that on if you like, and that'll save your nice red paint job from getting scratched up. And you might want to do that anyways if you're playing it, you know, over time, even your fingernail, you might end up scratching it a bit. I think it's also kind of a fashion statement. Do you like it with that on there, or do you like it without it? I kind of like it without personally, but you know, to each their own. It certainly looks cool like that as well. It's like a little sort of a electric guitar kind of look when you put that on there. Okay, so that's that. What else have we got here? Okay, we've got this little booklet. It's a Hello Ukulele booklet. And inside this is sort of your starter's guide, and it goes through, again, the basics of how you tune and those types of things, what the strings are tuned to, you know, a few chords, gets you like your first 6 chords or so, and I think there's 5 or 6 songs in there. So as soon as somebody gets this, they open it up. If they buy it, you know, for themselves, obviously you can get started with this. If you give it to somebody as a gift, they can pretty much sit down and plink away on it right away, play a couple of tunes, which is great. And the other cool thing that they do is they give you this, it's a little card. It's like a greeting card, like a little birthday card or Christmas card or whatever, and it's blank inside, but it's got little UC23 ukuleles all over it, and then you could just fill it out and you know, give it to whoever, happy birthday Mary, or Merry Christmas Johnny, or whoever it's going to. And it's got little stickers too as well that you can put on them, like little Christmas stickers, or I love you, or you know, whatever. Kind of a neat touch, I thought. All right. Now, the really #1 thing that you get with this is still to come. There's one thing that you don't get with this kit that you do get with some other kits, and that's a tuner. So let's talk about that. Tuners are nice. You can, you know, obviously clip them on, and they're great to have. You should have some form of a tuner, obviously, if you're playing an instrument. Tuners aren't expensive. You're probably about $10 or so, $15 maybe, $20, I don't know, something like that. And the thing is that you can get it on an app now. So when I look at this kit, and everything that you get with it. I sort of think they've done a lot of work. Like they've got, you know, proper kerf lining on the inside. They've notched it out for the braces to make it extra strong for the structure. They've taken a lot of extra quality steps in my mind. So I would almost sooner them take those steps and spend that time and money on those things, the finish, the frets, all those, and I would sooner use a tuning app on my phone and do without a clip-on tuner for the price that they're selling this for. On top of that, what you do get is a case, and this is probably the best case that you're going to see, one of the best anyways. I haven't seen them all, but on a lot of the ones that I've seen, it's usually just like a little unpadded bag that you put the instrument in. This one is actually padded, and it's really nice. Look at, like, nice big zipper pulls, and these are made of the same sort of webbing material that the strap is made out of, and it's all folded over and nice and thick. Good sized zipper on it, and it's a double zipper as well, so you can, you know, zip it and stop it wherever you like. Zips open here. It's really well padded, like it's nice and thick. Look at how thick that is. Okay, there's no pocket inside, but there is a pocket on the outside. Right, so you've got a pocket here, so if you wanted to, you know, put the strap in there, or if you did get a tuner, put it in, a capo, extra set of strings, all those types of things can fit right in there. A nice padded handle, so very comfortable to carry around, and even a set of backpack straps. So again, you know, if you were taking this on a camping trip, or the kids were taking it to school, they put that on their back, off they go to school. When they get to school, they got a spot they can hang that up, or, you know, if you've got it at home, if it's your own instrument, you can hang it up in the cupboard, right in the case, so it stays nice and protected. I think that's a really good deal. This case, I'm really impressed with that, because that, to be honest, that'd probably cost you, I don't know, $30 in a store for a decent gig bag like that. So when you look at it, this whole instrument package is on Amazon right now. I believe it's $69.99 Canadian, and so in the States that's probably $55, something like that. Who knows? Black Friday, $49.99. But you know, between $50 and $60, and in Canada probably around that $70, $75, $65 mark. I'll put links in the description for the for where you can purchase it. But you know, the overall package on this is really good. I would give it 2 thumbs up so far. Let's play it. Let's see how it sounds. Okay, so one little thing on top of like the sound dots that I think would be a nice addition are the strings on this. So they're still stretching in a little bit because it's a brand new instrument, but I think they seem to be kind of soft, these strings. They don't mention actually what the strings are, what brand of strings they are. So it seems like they've gone and gotten their own strings, and they're unbranded. And they seem to be kind of soft, a little bit on the low tension side or something. And the plus of that is that if you're a new player and you're pushing on them, they're a little bit easier to push. The downside of that is they seem that you would bend a note easily. Like if you didn't put your finger exactly down in the right spot, you're going to get that kind of a bent note sort of a sound. So you got to kind of weigh out the pluses and minuses, okay? Let's check the tuning on it, and then I'll play it through a couple of songs, a couple of little tunes for you, and you can hear what it sounds like, okay? Okay, so I'll play something soft, I'll play something medium, and then I'll push it a little bit harder, and then we'll see what it sounds like. But just to give you an idea, let's just give it a little strum here. Pretty good sustain overall when you listen. Still ringing. Nice, right? Pretty bright. Okay, let's just play a tune here. All right. Got pretty nice projection, and again that sound hole is nice. You can hear it coming straight up here. It's pretty good. All right, we'll push it a little bit more here. That's pretty nice. Folks, I gotta tell you, for what they're charging for this instrument, again, Canadian dollars in that sort of $70 sort of a range, in the States probably 55. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Again, 2 thumbs up for this. This instrument was sent to me by the nice people at Pick-a-Pick, and it will be given to a little boy or girl at the local ukulele club at the local school here. We're going to be doing a draw for it, so somebody's going to be going home with a big smile on their face in the next week or so. Anyhow, that's it for tonight, folks. If you got any questions, as always, just drop them into the comment section. I'll do my best to help you out. Till we see you next time, keep smiling, keep strumming, and have fun. Bye for now.